Hi guys, and welcome back. This is a completely different video that I'm used to doing, but I wanted to get a video up about what I'm doing to winterize my chicken coop. Hopefully you can see my girls in the back throughout this video. I'm losing sun very quickly, so this is the last nice day, most likely for the year. I live in Ohio, and it's about 65, 70 right now, and it's going to drop to the low 40s. At least all next week, the next 10 days, and then drop into the low 20s during the night. So we were in a mad rush to get our coop and our run winterized. So I just want to go over what we did. I will let you in on a little secret. I am far from an expert, okay? This is just what my husband and I have decided to do. Please do your own research. Do what fits your climate, where you're from, all that jazz. This is just what we're doing. I might have to let my girls out for a while because they are not happy that they are not out. I might do that now. I might let them out now, hopefully. They're very happy. But one of the first things we did is wrap our run in plastic. We're doing that just because of keeping the draft off them, the wind off of them, encouraging them to get out in the run during the winter, because we definitely want them to be able to get out in the run and get some exercise, and also let them free range if need be. But we are only wrapping the back of the run and the side. In the wintertime, our wind comes from the west, which would be over here and back that way. So that's why we want this side of our run blocking the wind. But all of our front part here is open. We're gonna give them as much ventilation as they can. I know some people wanna wrap their coops up and their runs up completely in plastic wrap. For us, that just doesn't seem like the right thing to do when it comes to condensation, moisture, ammonia, all that kind of stuff. So we're doing basically half and half with our run, half plastic, blocking out the wind, leaving the front of it open, same as inside the coop. We're blocking off east and west windows, leaving the front windows open. We also have ventilation up top of our coop. We have a roof that, I don't know, gives a little bit of ventilation up there as well. So plenty of ventilation, but enough protection from the wind and from draft, which is what's most important. Don't peck at my camera stand. Another thing we did is change the batteries in our automatic chicken door. That was just more so of a peace of mind thing, because it's been about 6 months, 7 months, 8 months. No, 6 months since we installed the automatic chicken door. And we just figured, you know what, that way we don't have to worry about it all winter. It has new batteries and it will be good to go. Don't have to worry about the batteries dying and the door not opening or closing or anything. Just change the batteries. Good peace of mind there. I am losing sun very quickly. We also went around our run. We have 1/2-inch hardware cloth all around our run and on our windows. We just went around checking all of the screws and all of the washers, make sure none were broke off. But there were a couple of parts in the run where it was loose, so we just fixed a couple of those. We also have a skirt around, all around our run. So we went around to check the skirt screws and washers and all that as well, just to make sure everything's secure for predators. Oh, one of our girls just started molting. Of course she decides to molt right when it's about to get like 20 degrees at night. That leads me to making sure they have a good diet, making sure they have a high protein diet going into the winter, giving them some treats and snacks and stuff to keep them more warm at night, like corn. I like to use the grub black soldier fly larva. They love it, and this just gives them little boost of protein. So I will be giving them this all through the winter. Just make sure your chickens have a really good diet during the winter. They're going to need it. Definitely want to help her with her molting, or any of them if they start to molt in the winter, just to make sure that they can grow back feathers more quickly. I am also going to add some straw into the chicken run. Chickens don't necessarily want to walk on snow, so that will help them, want to get out in the run, get some exercise, have a layer between the really, really cold ground and their feet. People say that it also helps them stay warmer, so that's the other reason we want to do that. As for dust baths, I have 3 in the run right now. I have 13 chickens, probably should have mentioned that. And 1 is a tire that is more up front underneath of our roof. That one doesn't move, it's dug into the ground. I have 2 other ones that I got, like these tubs from my local feed store, but I will put 1 inside just so they have the option to go inside the coop to give themselves a dust bath. But you definitely want them to have the option of always being able to give themselves a dust bath. It's really important. Keep the lice and the mites off of them because you don't want to be battling that in the winter. We also just checked a majority of our girls for lice and mites. That was just, again, for another peace of mind thing. Probably we'll check them again in a couple of months, unless we see something that is making us think they have lice. I can talk. Unless there is something that makes us think that they have mites or lice. I like to use good old DE, diatomaceous earth, in their dust baths. I sprinkle it around the coop and the run. But yeah, I put that in their dust bath for kind of some extra little security and hoping that that is not something we will have to deal with. But so far so good. We took the water out of the inside of the coop. Having water inside your coop could lead to moisture, again, leading to condensation, leading to frostbite, all that kind of stuff. So I wanted to make sure that I took the water out. I got them heated waterers. We do have electric rain down here, which is nice. So I believe those hold 3 gallons of water. And really low on electricity. It only kicks on when it gets to a certain temperature, which is super nice. I also am not putting food inside the coop either, just because that leads to potential rodent issues, things like that. We have had some mice in the coop. I would say a couple months ago, I put some mouse traps in there. We live out in the country. We're gonna get mice. Like, there's nothing I can do to stop that. Our outside cat does a pretty good job at it, but we're gonna have it. But I'm hoping not having the food inside the coop will help with that a little bit. We also just put some big logs inside our coop as well, just to give them more things to climb on. We're also gonna build another little area in our coop so they have more places to roost on as well. We're gonna try and give them things to do since they are going to be stuck more inside the coop and in the run. So I think giving them more things to do, keeping them entertained, things like that is going to help with bullying and, you know, all that kind of stuff that comes along with having chickens. Our flocks are pretty close in age, but our first flock, I think, are like 3 to 4 months older than our smaller girls, and they can still get feisty and they still kind of go at the smaller girls a little bit, but they're gonna have to really get acquainted this winter because they're gonna be in very tight-knit quarters, you know. So giving them more things to do, keeping them entertained, that's gonna be our #1 priority, and also letting them out and giving them a chance to still kind of come out and free range. So that is the goal. As far as a heat lamp or using any heat in our coop, we will not be doing that. We live in Ohio. It doesn't get as cold here as other parts of the country. So unless it gets really crazy, drops in the negatives or something, we might consider putting up plastic on those windows until the temperatures go back up. But as far as heat, it's just not in the cards for us. If it is for you, I'm sure you know the risks with doing so, but in our climate where we live, unless we just have a crazy winter, we wouldn't use the heat lamp. We just wouldn't do that. No judgment if you do. No judgment here. To each his own is what I say. If I think of anything else, I will put it down below, so make sure you check that out. If you have any suggestions, I'm open to it. I know that sometimes the chicken world. Some people feel like there's only one way to do things, and that's not true. And some things are trial and errors. I'm hoping this video will help some of you out. Bring on the winter, because it's going to smack us all in the face in no time. For us, like tomorrow, like tonight. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap up this video. I really appreciate you watching. If you like this video, give me a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it. And I will see you guys on my next one. Thanks for watching.